Stability in a world of constant change. In our tradition, there is a simple way of looking at life. When something appears in your life that you like, something pleasant you see, hear, or experience, we say, do not pull it closer. And when something appears that you do not like, something uncomfortable, something you would normally reject, we say, do not push it away. Why do we say this? Because the moment you start pulling something you like toward yourself, you are trying to keep it longer than it naturally wants to stay. You want to bring it closer, to own it, to hold on to it. And then, inevitably, the moment comes when everything you tried to pull toward yourself moves away, often even farther than before. In the same way, when something appears in your life that you reject immediately, that you push away, it is only a matter of time before that very thing comes back and stands extremely close to you. If you simply observe life from the moment we are born, this pattern is everywhere. Our breathing is 50% inhale and 50% exhale. Our lives are made of days and nights in equal proportion. Everything moves like a wave, like a sine curve, rising and falling again and again. There is a simple expression: nothing stays the way it is. Success never stays success forever, because success exists only in contrast to failure. A healthy person cannot remain only healthy, because health exists only because illness exists. A rich person is not rich forever. Wealth exists only because poverty exists. So the real question becomes this. If you understand this, and you see that right now things are good, business is going well, your health is fine, life feels stable, but then later everything starts to fall apart, and you don't know why. You push yourself again, invest more energy, use your skills, your knowledge, your experience, and things go up once more. But sooner or later, no matter how hard you try, things start going down again, as if they are no longer in your control. And at some point, if you observe this structure of life often enough, you naturally ask yourself, is there another way to live without constantly being thrown from highs to lows and back again? This is where the idea of harmony, balance, stability, and unity begins. It means learning to feel your life as it is right now, inside, and to act in a way that your inner state does not swing too violently. For example, someone gives you a gift. In the past, you might have felt overwhelming excitement. The happiness shoots up instantly. Now, the practice is simple. Do not let it rise too fast. You can still be deeply grateful. Gratitude stays. But your emotional state does not fly into space. And when someone gives you bad news, maybe someone from your team tells you that your project failed, instead of collapsing emotionally, you practice not letting your inner state drop. It stays. It remains stable. This is the beginning of self-control, not being dragged around by the waves of life. This does not mean you are forbidden to feel joy or passion. At any moment, you can still decide to experience happiness intensely. That is not the problem. But first, you learn how to remain stable, because the advantage of stability is simple. You know what you are standing on. Whether you become rich or not, you do not lose yourself. If someone insults you deeply, it does not destroy you. There are people like this in life. You cannot lift them higher than they are, and you cannot push them lower than they are. Compliments do not inflate them. Insults cannot humiliate them. They remain calm, grounded, unmoved, and this state is fully compatible with striving for something. No highly skilled master, not from the Shaolin Temple in China, not from any martial arts tradition, ever reached mastery without a strong inner drive to become a better version of themselves. Skills do not come from dreaming. They come from seeing your potential and taking action toward it. It does not matter whether your growth is physical, mental, spiritual, or financial. It always makes sense to strive toward what you consider important in your life. But here is the key question. What happens when the things you rely on begin to disappear? If your identity depends only on physical ability, what happens when you age? When your body can no longer do what it once did? Sooner or later, everything you achieve will be lost. Achievement exists only because it can be taken away, and that is why achievement is not you. You are the one who achieves. Do not identify yourself with wealth. You can be wealthy, but you are not wealth. Wealth may leave one day, and when it does, you remain. You can be successful, but success is not you. If you believe you are success, then when success disappears, you disappear with it. This small mental shift makes all the difference. It does not contradict living a full, expressive life in the modern world. In fact, this freedom, the freedom to choose how you express yourself, is exactly the point. We all find our own way to express our spirit in this world. Not all 8 billion people need to express the same spirit. But the more chaos exists, the more structure, stability, and responsibility are required. Where injustice exists, righteousness must exist as well. So the question becomes very simple. What are you willing to contribute? It starts with responsibility for yourself, being kind to yourself, feeling gratitude for life, for your parents, for your existence. You must feel this yourself first. Only then can you transmit this feeling to others. Because life, in the end, is the transmission of feeling. That feeling is independent of how life looks from the outside. Someone may ride a bicycle and feel it. Someone may lie on a beach and feel it. Someone may practice martial arts, make films, or create art, and feel the same thing. The outer form does not matter. What matters is the feeling beneath it. And that feeling, not lifestyle, not status, not achievement, is the one thing that can truly unite all 8 billion people on this planet.